Hello dear traders, welcome to the weekly review of SabioTrade Wave Rider strategy. This week we made 12 trades, 7 of them were closed with a loss and 5 were closed with a profit. Now we have 2 open positions on AUDUSD and GBPUSD. Let's switch to the MetaTrader and check all the trades of this week. Let's start from the first currency pair. This is Aussie USD on a 15-minute time frame. Each vertical line separates one trading day, and here you can see that the entire week we were declining and we were gaining buying positions. So it means that only today we finally closed all of the trades we previously opened with a profit. We can see that the local uptrend that started forming the previous week actually was broken the last week, and starting from Monday the market began to decline more and more and more, and every time it was declining enough for us to open a new trade, it was broken the previous local lows like this time. Then it was a strong impulse movement between the second and the third orders. Here we opened another trade, then we reached the previous local low, and actually here we opened another trade, then we broke this local low, like new local low, and we opened another buying trade, and then finally we broke these local lows, and at the end of this moment we opened our 6th buying trade. And today, after the non-farm payrolls release, we closed all our trades with a profit. I know some of you got a little bit nervous with all the trades that we are holding for the entire week, but if you check the history and scroll the chart back, you can find that we had cases with 7 trades. This time we had only 6. So we had 7 trades and everything was fine. We had 4, 4, 4 and even 10 trades, and the decline of the market at that time from the first trade was more than 3,800 pips, and this time the decline was 1,500, so it was 2 times smaller. So everything actually, it looked really scary, especially for those of you who have not encountered these situations in the past and only joined our channel. But actually everything was going according to the plan. The profit of this week is $20, and on the daily time frame we can see that the uptrend that was developing since January 2025, it finally was broken. We have a couple of daily candles closed below this support level. So what may happen next? I think that maybe we will not start immediately falling. We have this support level that once was a resistance level, vice versa. This was a resistance that became a support, and I think that the most probable scenario is a consolidation in the frames of this previous movement. Definitely, I don't think that the price will continue its growth. Obviously, everything may happen, especially in this time, but I suppose that we will continue consolidating in this zone that will allow us to close our current selling trade, and then we'll continue to trade the way we were trading before. And as for the GBPUSD, which is actually not a part of the original strategy in the lesson of the Pro course, it is just an additional strategies that I added here just to give you some additional trades. And here we had a pretty similar situation. We had one buying trade from the previous week, and we were gaining buying trades every time market was declining, and finally we got our take profit after the non-farm payrolls release. The profit of this week amounted to $150. On a daily time frame you can see that we have a pretty similar situation as we had 2 weeks before. We had 8 falling candles in a row. This time we had 6. But the distance that these 2 movements covered is the same, and we bounced off the previous support level. So actually this currency pair also behaved very technically, and I think that speaking about the global perspective, now we have this range that will be most interesting for the price to be traded during the next week. And personally, I think that there is a chance of the price development downwards. Maybe we'll spend the next week in this corridor, but I think that this local lows is the next target, not just to test, but to break through and continue this decline in the frames of this newborn local movement. I hope that you had enough of patience to stay in the market together with us and close all the trades with a profit. If you were using increased risks like I've been using on several accounts, and maybe you eventually lost some accounts, but you had an opportunity to reopen the trades and enter the market and you made some profit. Personally, I lost 2 accounts on these moments, then I purchased 3 accounts more, and on 2 of them I passed the assessment the same day. So I can say that this week was really fruitful for both conservative and aggressive traders. Share this video if you like the content we make, give it a thumbs up, and see you in the next video review.